In this video, we will delve into the depths of Stoic thought, examining its fundamental principles and discovering how these ancient maxims can guide our journey in the contemporary world. Stoic expressions not only offer wisdom, but also guide us in facing the adversities of daily life, achieving inner serenity, and promoting a resilient mindset. I invite you to stay until the end, where you will find valuable lessons to strengthen all your plans. Faced with any challenge, if this is your first time on my channel, I ask you to help me by subscribing and liking the video. This way, I can continue to create more content like this in the future. So join us as we explore these Stoic thoughts, revealing how their enduring teachings can provide clarity and guidance in the contemporary tumult. I remember sitting alone, thinking I had hit rock bottom. However, during that difficult moment, I met people who shared lessons with me that helped me overcome. These lessons may be exactly what you need right now. As we delve into Stoic thought, we are led to reflect on the essence of ancient wisdom and its relevance in the contemporary world. These teachings not only offer a guide to facing the challenges of daily life, but also empower us to find inner serenity and develop a resilient mindset in the face of the adversities we encounter on our path. Throughout our lives, we encounter moments when we feel at rock bottom, but it is in these challenging situations that we discover who we truly are and what we are capable of overcoming. Finding people who share their lessons with us during these difficult times can be a true gift. So, always remember that even in the darkest days, there is an inner light that guides us, an inner strength that propels us, and a supportive community ready to lift us up when we fall. Let's go. People are neither for nor against you. They are for themselves. What is to come is better than what has been. Sometimes, we just have to move on. Your true friends become evident when you are at your lowest point. The only way out is to move forward. You are stronger than you think. You have faced every bad day in your life and come out victorious. No one will take care of you like you will yourself. Once you face your fears, nothing is as difficult as it seems. Believe that you can, and you are halfway there. Not all people whose intentions you encounter are true. The days when you don't want to do anything are the days when you need to do it the most. The only aspect you can control is how you feel, act, and think. Trying to change others rarely works. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for extraordinary destinies. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Sometimes, we only find our true direction when we allow the winds of change to guide us. Never sacrifice your growth for anyone. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. You are braver than you imagine, stronger than you appear, and smarter than you think. Trust yourself, for you have overcome much already and will survive any challenge. We never realize our true strength until being strong is our only option. Change is not a threat, it is an invitation to live. The amount of work is the same, so keep your expectations only for yourself. Life may not be fair, but no matter how challenging a situation may seem, you just need to keep fighting, hoping, and wishing. Change does not occur until you make different decisions and work hard. The most important thing in life is learning to deal with the tough days as they prepare us for better days. Let your own development keep you so busy that you have no time to criticize others. People tend to complicate their lives as if living were not already complex enough. A hard lesson in life is that not everyone wishes us well. There is neither happiness nor unhappiness in this world. There is only the comparison of one state with another. Only a man who has experienced ultimate despair is capable of feeling ultimate happiness. Hard times are sometimes blessings in disguise. We have to suffer, but in the end, it makes us stronger, better, and wiser. Rehearsing situations in your mind is a waste of time. The situation will always be different from anything your imagination can conceive. People will come and go from your life, and those you least expect will become memories of the past, of a temporary moment that once thought to be permanent. One of the greatest lessons of my life is that we heal at the speed of our forgiveness. A little madness to enjoy life, and a little wisdom to avoid the mistakes that will make tough times more bearable. We do not create heroes. It is during tough times that the hero within us is revealed. Happiness is not the absence of problems. It is the ability to deal with them. The brave and grand act that we all must do is to have the courage to step out of our story and the past to live our dreams. Nothing in your life will change unless you change. You believe you know someone, but most of the time, you only know what you want to know. Life is a journey filled with ups and downs, and it is during the toughest moments that we are challenged to grow and transform. Every challenge we face teaches us valuable lessons and helps us become stronger and more resilient. Instead of lamenting difficulties, we should embrace them as opportunities to become the best version of ourselves. Rather than avoiding problems, we should learn to face them head-on and seek positive solutions. It is through overcoming challenges that we find true satisfaction and contentment. Just as a tree is strengthened by the wind that shakes it, we too are strengthened by the challenges we face. Every difficulty we overcome makes us more resilient and prepared to face future challenges. Instead of fearing tough times, we should embrace them as opportunities to grow stronger. When faced with difficulties, we are invited to expand our limits and discover new facets of our inner resilience. Rather than seeing obstacles as mere hindrances, we should embrace them as steps on our journey of growth. These moments urge us to step out of our comfort zone and explore unknown territories, empowering us to reach new levels of self-awareness and self-transformation. Additionally, life's challenges also offer us a valuable opportunity for learning. Each adversity we face presents us with precious lessons that contribute to our personal and spiritual evolution. As we reflect on the difficulties we have faced, we are able to glean profound insights about ourselves and the world around us. This constant quest for understanding enables us to grow in wisdom and understanding, empowering us to face future challenges with a renewed and strengthened perspective. Beyond the aspect of learning, tough times also challenge us to cultivate a mindset of gratitude and resilience. This ability to find light at the end of the tunnel helps us keep hope alive even in the darkest moments, giving us the strength to keep moving forward towards our personal fulfillment. Ultimately, it is important to recognize that life's challenges are an inevitable and essential part of our journey. By adopting an attitude of acceptance and courage in the face of adversity, we can turn tough times into catalysts for our evolution and self-realization. The journey of life is a constant flow of choices and consequences, where there is no predetermined plan, only the ramifications of the decisions we make. It is important to exercise caution when performing acts of kindness, as generosity can be misinterpreted, and some may take advantage of it. You may find yourself in the role of victim in your battles, but you also have the power to emerge from them as the protagonist of your own narrative. The most precious value we can enjoy in this world is the time shared with those we love, and often we forget that true happiness does not reside in obtaining something we lack, but rather in the recognition and gratitude for what we already have. Your future is shaped by the lessons learned from the past. No one else can chart your path for you. It is a journey that must be traveled individually. By understanding and accepting this responsibility, you gain greater control over your life. True wealth lies in the practice of virtue, in the ability to accept what cannot be changed and diligently work on what is within your reach. Finding happiness involves living in harmony with nature and learning to deal with one's own emotions. Wisdom manifests in the ability to discern between what is essential and what is superfluous, focusing on the present without being attached to the past or the future. Moments of adversity are opportunities to strengthen and grow, just as character is nurtured and shaped by the challenges faced throughout life. A wise individual learns to calm the mind in the face of what is beyond their control and to avoid self-sabotage, cultivating a resilient and balanced mindset. True freedom is found in self-mastery, where what others think becomes irrelevant. The focus is on self-development and building authentic relationships based on honesty and compassion. No person is free if they do not have control over themselves. If they speak ill of you and it is true, correct yourself. If it is a lie, laugh it off. Mental tranquility and happiness are only achieved when we do not identify with external things. A city does not become beautiful because of external objects, but by the virtue of its inhabitants. It is impossible to learn something one thinks one already knows. We should not fear poverty, exile, imprisonment, or death. True fear lies in fear itself. All matters have two sides, one manageable and one not. Who is the rich man, they asked, and Epictetus replied, the one who feels satisfied. Humility is the foundation of all greatness. Patience is the virtue of the strong. Do not worry about what others think of you. Worry about what you think of yourself. Resilience and strength help overcome difficulties and grow amidst adversity. Patience and perseverance lead you to achieve your goals and succeed in the long run. Honesty and sincerity are essential for building solid and lasting relationships. Acceptance and resignation to what cannot be changed free you to focus on what you can control. Compassion and empathy for others allow you to connect on a deeper level and enrich your relationships. Gratitude and appreciation for the small things in existence bring a sense of happiness much more enduring than the incessant pursuit of great achievements. While the pursuit of great achievements often leads to constant dissatisfaction, the practice of gratitude allows us to find joy in the simple things in life. Adversity is not only a source of challenges, but also a catalyst for creativity and personal growth. When we face obstacles, we are encouraged to find innovative solutions and develop new skills. The fundamental principle of Stoicism is that there is nothing tangible external to our own consciousness. The only truth is consciousness itself. It is amazing that, on a daily basis, we have the ability to choose the attitude we will adopt. Health far outweighs all other blessings in life. A truly sane beggar is happier than a sick monarch. Stoicism, when properly understood, offers a valuable antidote to emotional discomfort. By adopting a Stoic perspective, we are able to accept circumstances beyond our control and focus our energy on what we can influence. This allows us to cultivate a sense of inner calm and balance, even amidst difficulties. Human affliction often arises from restlessness, suffering, and fear of the unknown. However, by embracing these adverse emotions as an integral part of the human experience, we can learn to deal with them more effectively and constructively. Recognizing that life is a journey filled with ups and downs, we can cultivate greater emotional resilience and find meaning even in the most challenging moments. One of the greatest human freedoms is the ability to choose our own attitude in the face of life's circumstances. Regardless of what we face, we always have the option to respond with courage, compassion, and integrity. By taking responsibility for our choices and attitudes, we can actively shape our destiny and find deeper meaning in our experiences. Material possessions, often seen as symbols of success and happiness, can end up controlling us if we allow them to define our worth and identity. However, by recognizing that true wealth lies in the quality of our relationships, in our shared experiences, and in inner peace, we are able to cultivate a sense of fulfillment, regardless of our material possessions. Serenity and calmness are powerful allies on life's journey. By cultivating a state of inner serenity, we are able to face challenges with mental clarity and emotional resilience. This enables us to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence and determination, knowing that we are capable of overcoming any adversity that may arise in our path. Moderation and balance are essential for a fulfilling and satisfying life. By avoiding extremes and seeking a healthy balance in all areas of our lives, we can promote our physical, mental, and emotional health. This allows us to enjoy a sense of lasting harmony and well-being. Humility and modesty are essential virtues that allow us to learn and grow from our experiences and mistakes. By recognizing that there is always room for growth and improvement, we can become more compassionate, tolerant, and understanding individuals. Resilience and inner strength are qualities that help us overcome challenges and grow amidst adversity. By facing difficulties with courage and determination, we are able to transform obstacles into opportunities for growth and personal development. Patience and perseverance are crucial for achieving our goals and realizing our dreams in the long run. By cultivating an attitude of persistence and dedication, we are able to overcome the challenges and obstacles that we encounter on our journey. Honesty and sincerity are the foundation of solid and lasting relationships. By cultivating open and honest communication with others, we build mutual trust and respect, strengthening interpersonal bonds. Acceptance and resignation to what we cannot change free us to focus on what we can control. By accepting things as they are and adapting to life's circumstances, we can find inner peace and contentment. Death is an inevitable part of life, and it is important not to fear it. By accepting our own mortality and recognizing the finiteness of our existence, we can live more fully in the present moment and truly appreciate the gift of life. Do not seek happiness outside yourself, for it resides within you. By cultivating a sense of contentment and gratitude for what we have, we can find genuine joy and satisfaction in our lives, regardless of external circumstances. Happiness is not the absence of problems, but rather the ability to face them with courage and resilience. By adopting an attitude of acceptance and equanimity in the face of life's ups and downs, we can find a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. Do not cling excessively to material possessions, for true wealth lies in the quality of our relationships and life experiences. By valuing what truly matters, we can cultivate a sense of abundance and satisfaction in our lives. Gratitude is a powerful transformative force that allows us to find joy and contentment even in the most challenging circumstances. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude and appreciation for the blessings in our lives, we can transform what we have into enough. Suffering is an inevitable part of the human experience, but torment is optional. By developing greater awareness and understanding of our own emotions and thoughts, we can learn to deal with suffering more effectively and constructively. The shortest path to true wealth and fulfillment is to find satisfaction and contentment with what we already possess. By recognizing the value of what we have and cultivating a sense of gratitude, we can find a sense of completeness and inner peace. Therefore, by adopting an attitude of acceptance, gratitude, and resilience in the face of life's challenges, we can find a deeper sense of peace, happiness, and fulfillment in our lives. True serenity is found in self-acceptance and understanding that we are enough. Happiness does not reside in the frantic pursuit of fleeting pleasures, but rather in the satisfaction of living with purpose and meaning. Recognizing the impermanence of life is the first step towards liberation from suffering. There is no comparison between what is lost due to lack of success and what is lost due to not trying. Like chameleons, we tend to adopt both the color and moral character of those around us. What is superfluous, even if it has minimal cost, can end up becoming expensive. We must avoid external incidents dragging us down and ensure that we reserve time to acquire valuable knowledge. Practice is brief and effective for those who are directionless regarding their destiny. Self-control is a form of strength, while right thinking is a form of mastery. Serenity is power, and Stoicism consists of managing emotions, not eliminating them completely. We must continue to advance and cultivate the ability to remain calm and rational, regardless of circumstances. Accepting what we cannot change and focusing on what we can is essential for a balanced life. The more we seek discomfort, the more comfortable we become. Constant complaint is a denial of reality, and no one can reach beyond their own experience. Learning tour. Life is too short to be lived in anxiety about the future. We should live the present fully, without excessive concern for what is to come. Do not judge others by their actions. Instead, judge yourself by your own actions. Do not waste energy on worries. Focus on your own growth. Wisdom begins with the admission of our own ignorance, and happiness lies in wanting what we have. We should care more about the quality than the quantity of life we have. True strength is displayed in resilience to adversity, and we should strive to create our own future rather than passively waiting for it. While we procrastinate, life passes us by, and we must lead with courage and wisdom. Patience is the antidote to anxiety, and we should not give importance to the opinions of those who do not value ours. True freedom is accepting reality as it is, and we should not waste energy on complaints, but rather seek solutions. True wealth is not measured by what we possess, but by what we can offer. Patience is the virtue that allows us to wait for the right moment for things to happen. Envy is the poison of the soul, and we should cultivate a heart free of resentment. Do not let external incidents drag you down. Make sure to reserve time to acquire valuable knowledge and cease spinning aimlessly, like a top. Most of our actions and words lack importance. Ask yourself on each occasion, is this truly necessary? Whoever benefits another also benefits themselves. The more you seek discomfort, the more comfortable you will feel. I learned to seek my happiness by limiting my desires rather than trying to satisfy them. A man is happy when his circumstances fit his temperament, but more excellent is the one who can adjust his temperament to his circumstances. The first thing you have to know is yourself. A man who knows himself can step out of himself and observe his own reactions as an observer. Never complain about what is always within your power to get rid of. Problems worthy of attack prove their worth by striking back. Life is too short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Life, if lived well, is long enough. A man who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than necessary. True happiness is enjoying the present without an anxious dependence on the future. The mind anxious about the future is miserable. Do not waste your energy on worries. Focus on your own growth. Wisdom begins with the admission of one's own ignorance. Do not seek perfection, seek progress. Happiness is not having what you want, it is wanting what you have. True strength is shown in resilience to adversity. Do not fear failure, fear not trying. Only time can heal what reason cannot provide. Another person's secret is betrayal. Giving yours is stupidity. We strive more to persuade others that we are happy than to think so ourselves. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. While we procrastinate, life passes us by. Conquer yourself instead of the world. The busier we are, the more acutely we feel that we are alive, the more aware we are of life. Do not give importance to the opinions of those who do not value your opinion. Happiness does not depend on what you have, but on what you are. Do not seek the approval of others. Seek the approval of your own conscience. Do not cling to the past. Make room for the new to come. True freedom is found in accepting reality as it is. Do not waste your energy on complaints. Use it to seek solutions. Do not wait for ideal conditions. Act with determination in any situation. Happiness does not reside externally, but within you. True strength comes from mastering your own thoughts and actions. Do not seek approval outside of yourself. Seek inner peace. True happiness does not depend on possessions, but on the essence of being. Do not worry about what others have. Focus on your creative ability. True wealth lies in satisfaction with what you already possess. Do not cling to the past. Make room for the future. True greatness lies in humility and compassion. Do not pursue perfection. Seek evolution and continuous improvement. Learn to conceive of yourself as someone who has already lived fully and enjoy what remains with integrity. Live only in the present. The past is history and the future uncertain. You are alone, but your journey is unique. Do not give up. The most significant days are birth and the discovery of purpose. Adversity prepares for exceptional destinies. Maintain a positive attitude to act effectively. The only true mistake is one from which you do not learn. The past is a lesson, not a residence. Trust the process and the journey. Great achievements take time and healthy habits. A positive attitude amidst negativity is the key to victory. Learn from defeat. Each day is a new opportunity. Happiness is self-sufficiency. It does not depend on what others think of you. Fear of failure is paralyzing. Dare to try. True loneliness is not physical but emotional. Learn to value your own company. Happiness lies in self-acceptance, not external approval. Avoid the tumult of those without discernment. Do not sacrifice health for fleeting pleasures. True freedom is to love solitude, for in it we find true essence. All cruelty is a sign of weakness. Imagination distorts reality. One loves the ideal, not the real. The impossible is achieved only by those who attempt the absurd. The past should not be lamented. Learn from it and move on. Do not fear to express yourself. Words have power. Clinging to misfortunes amplifies suffering. In the end, we regret only the love not given and the adventures not lived. Free yourself from others' opinions. Only you define your worth. Everything falls into place at the right time. Until then, accept the chaos and trust in the greater purpose. The solution to problems lies not in constant search for new information, but in organizing what is already known. Wisdom lies in knowing when to fight and when to retreat. Happiness is full health and imperfect memories. The journey to happiness is unique for each of us, but there are universal principles that can guide us. The practice of kindness and compassion not only benefits others, but also brings a deep sense of satisfaction and inner contentment. The mind is a fertile field where the seeds of our thoughts germinate. By cultivating positive and constructive thoughts, we nurture a mindset of abundance and gratitude, leading to a more fulfilling and fulfilled life. The importance of forgiveness cannot be underestimated. Freeing ourselves from the burden of resentment and grudges is essential for our own mental and emotional health. By forgiving others and ourselves, we make room for love and peace in our lives. The practice of meditation and mindfulness has been increasingly recognized as a powerful tool for promoting well-being. By cultivating mindfulness, we learn to be present in the moment and to deal with life's challenges with calmness and clarity. There is nothing absolutely under our control. Do not reveal to your friend what he should not know. Fear is often greater in imagination than in reality. One day, looking back, the years of struggle will seem the most rewarding. You are alone. Not because nobody needs you, but because you care about who is by your side. Those who aspire to great achievements will also endure much suffering. We value ourselves more than others, but we worry more about their opinion than our own. When you are content to be simply yourself, without comparison or competition, everyone will respect you. Why should you resent the world as if the world noticed? We should strive to be the architects of our future, rather than prisoners of our past. The only person you are destined to become is the one you decide to be. Resentments will never harm the people you hate, only yourself. Time defines you. You will not be defined by anything other than time. Time is the most powerful force. No matter how much you fight, it will do what it wants. The only constant in life is change. Embrace it and you will grow. You cannot change the past, but you can shape your future by learning from it. The heaviest burden we carry is the weight of our expectations. True freedom lies in the ability to master our deepest passions and desires. Self-discipline is the bridge that leads from intention to action and from dream to reality. Humility teaches us to recognize that we are part of something greater than ourselves. Serenity is the beacon that guides us through life's turbulent waters. Acceptance of impermanence frees us from attachment and allows us to flow with the changing rhythm of the universe. Virtue is like a shield that protects us from the poison of corruption and wickedness. Being completely honest with oneself is a good exercise. We are never as defenseless against suffering as when we love. The virtuous person is content to dream, while the wicked person acts in real life. You will only find love where you can show yourself weak without provoking strength. The primary task of man is to give birth to himself. To be happy is to be able to be self-aware without fear. It takes very little to have a happy life. It's all within you in your way of thinking. Only those without hope are given hope. Intelligent people learn from everything and everyone, ordinary people from their experiences. Foolish people have all the answers. Circumstances do not make the man, they only reveal him to himself. Do not pursue happiness. It is always within you. The right question is often more important than the right answer. Those who are slower to make a promise are the most faithful in keeping it. Stay away from those who belittle your aspirations. Narrow-minded people often do this, but the truly outstanding inspire you to believe that you too can achieve greatness. Only the passage of time can remedy what reason cannot solve. He who has a reason to live can endure almost any adversity. While we procrastinate, life escapes us. Lead by example, smile in the face of adversity, strengthen yourself in distress, and gain courage through reflection. Master your own impulses instead of trying to master the world. The busier we are, the more fully we perceive that we are alive, the more aware we are of existence. Kind words require little effort, but can achieve much. Always look beyond, for it is there that you will find the truth. The true question about life after death is not whether it exists or not, but whether it would solve any problem if it did. If you have something that you cannot share, then you do not own it. It owns you. Where your fear resides, there also lies your challenge. Just as wood is the material of the carpenter and bronze is the material of the sculptor, the life of each individual is the material for the art of living. If you wish to learn the art of living, my friend, it is summed up in one phrase: embrace suffering. The man who lacks an inner life is a slave to his surroundings. Break down every difficulty into as many parts as possible and necessary to solve it. Remaining anchored in the past means being dead. My true friend is the one who will reveal my faults to me in private. Man is born free and is everywhere in chains. Those who consider themselves masters of others are in fact greater slaves than they. Time is merely the interval between our memories. As soon as we stop perceiving this space, time has disappeared. Love ceases to be a demon only when it ceases to be a god. It surprises me how sharing our weaknesses and difficulties is more nourishing for others than sharing our qualities and successes. It is better to be alone than in bad company. When you stop pursuing the wrong things, the right ones catch up to you. There are no shortcuts to anywhere worth going. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only option you have. Do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. The best way to gain self-confidence is to do what you fear. A river cuts through rock, not because of its strength, but because of its persistence. There is no elevator to success. You must take the stairs. The greatest risk is not taking any. Happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you design for the present. Many people are good at talking about what they are doing, but in reality they do little. Others do a lot, but do not talk about it. They are the ones who make a community live. When we love and respect people, revealing their worth to them, they can begin to emerge from behind the walls that protect them. People cannot accept their own evil if, at the same time, they do not feel loved, respected, and trusted. If the path before you is clear, you are probably on someone else's path. Everything that annoys us in others can lead us to better understand ourselves. Thinking is difficult, so most people judge. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. Man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health. Judge a man by his questions, not by his answers. Life is a shipwreck, but we must not forget to sing in the lifeboats. Appreciate those who seek truth, but be wary of those who find it. Whoever knows how to be poor knows everything. You will never be happy if you continue to search for what happiness consists of. You will never live if you are looking for the meaning of life. The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your existence is an act of rebellion. Kind words cost little, but accomplish much. Loneliness does not come from having people around you, but from not being able to communicate the things that seem important to you, or from holding certain opinions that others consider unacceptable. Life truly begins at 40. Until then, you are just doing research. The bigger and more important problems of life are fundamentally insoluble. They can never be solved, but only overcome. Man can endure the most difficult trials if he finds meaning in them. The difficulty lies in creating that meaning. Nature has given men one tongue and two ears so that we may hear twice as much as we speak. Prudence is the most excellent of all goods. If you acquire something with effort, it may be that the result will not last long, but the good will endure. If you do something shameful with the goal of obtaining pleasure, the pleasure passes quickly, but the shame remains. Everything we hear is just an opinion, not a fact. What we see is a perspective, not reality. You have power over your mind, not external events. Where there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. Often we fear more than we suffer, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. It's not that we have little time, but rather that we waste much. Seize this moment, dive into its details, respond to this person, this challenge, this action. Abandon evasions. If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Do not cling to someone who is leaving, otherwise you will not know who is coming. Doubt is not the opposite of faith, it is an element of faith. The first duty of love is to listen. Remaining in the past means being dead. No evil inclination of the human heart is so powerful that it cannot be subdued by discipline. No man has wasted his life while it was worth preserving. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will emerge later in uglier forms. Do not complain about aging. It is a privilege denied to many. To perceive the world differently, we must be willing to change our belief system. Let the past fade away. Broaden our perception of the present and dissolve fear in our minds. Patience is the antidote to anxiety. Do not give importance to the opinions of those who do not value your opinion. Happiness does not depend on what you have, but on who you are. Do not seek the approval of others. Seek the approval of your own conscience. True greatness is demonstrated in the ability to remain calm in the midst of the storm. Wisdom lies in accepting that life is full of ups and downs and learning to navigate through them. Happiness is not a destination to reach, but a path to travel with gratitude and joy. True success lies in finding inner peace and satisfaction in what we are and have. Virtue is the guide that leads us on the path of authenticity and integrity. The serenity of the soul is an invaluable treasure that is cultivated through daily practice. Self-discipline is the foundation on which we build a life of purpose and meaning. Gratitude is the soul's food that nourishes our happiness and well-being. True freedom is found in freeing ourselves from the chains of desire and need. True wealth lies in the abundance of love, kindness, and compassion we share with others. No negative inclination of the human heart is so strong that it cannot be overcome by self-control. No individual has wasted their existence while it was worth preserving. Being wronged is irrelevant unless you continue to dwell on it by seeking revenge. An individual equals their opponent by retaliating, but by forgiving, they rise above them. In the midst of chaos, opportunities also arise. A wise person creates more opportunities than they find. You have control over your mind, not over what is outside it. If you feel depressed, you are attached to the past. If you are anxious, you are projecting into the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. Remaining true to oneself in a world that constantly tries to shape you is the greatest achievement. You can see the stars. We are the result of our choices. The key to maintaining health lies in consuming what does not please you, drinking what does not attract you, and doing what you would prefer to avoid. We only live in the present. The rest is history or uncertainty. The path to enlightenment begins with self-knowledge and self-acceptance. The path to happiness is paved with acts of kindness and generosity towards others. Gratitude turns the ordinary into the extraordinary and allows us to appreciate the beauty of life. The mind anxious for future events is unfortunate. Choose not to be affected, and you will not feel harmed. Do not see yourself as wounded, and you will not be. Never let others know your vulnerabilities. Instead, always highlight your positive aspects. Do not inform your friends of your happiness. Do not bother them. Do not indicate to your enemies your unhappiness. Do not give them pleasure. Time passes quickly. One day you are 30, the next 50. Plan now how you want your life to be at 50. Excellence is not a gift, but a skill acquired through practice. We do not act correctly because we are excellent. In fact, we achieve excellence by acting correctly. Love is simply the name of desire and the pursuit of the whole. People are like the earth. They can nourish and help you grow as an individual, or they can hinder you and make you wither and die. Good deeds strengthen us and inspire good deeds in others. What others think of you is not your concern. You cannot start the next chapter of your life if you continue to reread the previous one. The best view comes after the hardest climb. You will never find a rainbow if you are looking down. Tough times do not last, but strong people do. You cannot change the direction of the wind, but you can adjust the sails to reach your destination. There are no shortcuts to anywhere worth going. A river cuts through rock, not because of its strength, but because of its persistence. You are limited only by the walls you build for yourself. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. The only time you should look back is to see how far you have come. Doubt kills more dreams than failure in adversity. Remember that diamonds are formed under pressure. The first step to getting anywhere is deciding that you are not willing to stay where you are. The true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is looking. Do not ruin yourself trying to impress ruined people. Keep away from people who make you feel alone. No company is better than bad company. The first rule is to maintain a state of inner tranquility. The second is to face things directly and understand them for what they truly are. Loss is nothing more than change, and change is an essential part of nature. A gem cannot be polished without going through friction, just as an individual cannot achieve perfection without facing challenges. One of the most beautiful characteristics of true friendship is understanding and being understood. It is essential to remember that the attention given to any action should be proportional to its importance. We dare not to do many things because they are difficult, but they are difficult precisely because we dare not do them. You become what you focus your attention on. Works are halfway done when started correctly. No evil act is honorable, however. Death can be. Therefore, death is not inherently bad. A negative feeling is a disturbance of the mind contrary to reason and nature. The wise individual does not exult in prosperity, nor collapse in adversity, for they have always sought to trust themselves and find their joy internally. Keep your attention on the present task at every moment, performing each job as if it were the last one, avoiding distractions, dramas, vanities, and lamentations for the situation you find yourself in. Do not waste your energy on complaints. Use it to seek solutions. True wealth is not measured by what you have, but by what you can give. Patience is the virtue that allows things to happen in their own time. Envy is the poison of the soul. Gratitude is its antidote. Do not wait for conditions to be perfect. Act with determination in any situation. Happiness is not found outside, it is within you. True strength comes from controlling your own thoughts and actions. Do not seek external approval, seek internal peace. Envision yourself as if you had already left this world, seize what remains and live with integrity. If you tire, learn to rest, not to give up. Adversity prepares an ordinary person for an exceptional destiny. Maintaining a positive attitude will enable you to accomplish everything more effectively than maintaining a negative thought. The only true mistake is the one from which we do not learn lessons. Your past is a space to learn and evolve, not to avoid. Do not rush the process, trust it. Great things take time. Great dreams require healthy habits, and healthy habits require self-discipline. If you maintain a positive attitude in a negative situation, you will emerge victorious. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Breathe. It's just a bad day, not a bad life. Do not worry about what others have. Focus on what you can create. Humility is the virtue that keeps us grounded in reality and protects us from arrogance. Inner peace is the most precious gift we can give ourselves. Self-discipline is the bridge that takes us from where we are to where we want to be. True freedom lies in the ability to choose our response to life's circumstances. Happiness is not in the frantic pursuit of temporary pleasures, but in the satisfaction of living with purpose. True wealth lies in the abundance of meaningful relationships and human connections. Self-discipline not only helps us achieve our goals, but also makes us more resilient in the face of adversity. It is the ability to maintain focus and determination even when we encounter obstacles. Additionally, self-discipline helps us develop healthy and productive habits, as it allows us to resist short-term temptations in exchange for long-term rewards. By practicing self-discipline regularly, we strengthen our willpower and our ability to make conscious decisions aligned with our goals. It is important to incorporate routines and strategies that promote self-discipline in our daily lives, such as setting clear goals, creating a detailed action plan, and committing to move forward even when we face setbacks. By doing so, we will be on the right path to success in all areas of our lives. Humility instructs us to recognize our own fragility and to value humanity in others. Patience is the virtue that allows us to await the fruit of our efforts with tranquility. True strength lies in the ability to surrender to what we cannot change and find peace in it. Unconditional love is the driving force of the universe, connecting us all as one family. Wisdom lies in recognizing that we are responsible for our own actions and choices. True greatness is found in the ability to learn from our mistakes and grow from them. Do not seek perfection, seek growth and continuous improvement. Happiness is not in the pursuit of external pleasures but in self-acceptance. True strength manifests in resilience to adversity. Do not fear failure, fear not trying. Do not seek external approval. Seek approval from your own conscience. People know what they do often. They know why they do what they do. But what they do not know is what effect their actions have on others. A person must dream to understand the meaning of life. There are much better things ahead than anything we leave behind. The most harmful thing is wanting to avoid mistakes. Whenever a word remains unspoken, you are its master. Once you speak it, it becomes your slave and acts as if what it does makes a difference. Worry about what others think, and you will always be their prisoner. Problems are solved not by giving new information, but by organizing what we have known for a long time. Happiness is nothing more than good health and a bad memory. Except for our own thoughts, there is nothing absolutely in our power. One day, looking back, the years of struggle will seem the most beautiful. Why should you feel anger towards the world as if the world noticed? We should try to be the parents of our future rather than the children of our past. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. In summary, we explore the essence of life through a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. We learn that true happiness lies in accepting who we are, overcoming challenges, and constantly seeking inner peace. We find that resilience is the key to facing adversity with courage and determination, turning them into opportunities for growth. By cultivating a deep connection with ourselves and with the world around us, we find true inner greatness. Thus, we realize that life is a precious gift and that each present moment is an opportunity to live fully and gratefully. Moreover, we understand the importance of sharing our experiences and vulnerabilities, as it is through this process that we strengthen our bonds with others and build authentic relationships. We discover that true freedom is not only in breaking external chains, but also in freeing ourselves from self-imposed limitations and restrictive social patterns. Throughout this journey, we learn to value the simple moments of life and to find beauty in impermanence. We recognize that personal growth often requires facing our fears and stepping out of our comfort zone, but it is in this process that we discover our true strength and potential. We find meaning in living with authenticity, compassion, and purpose, and understand that true happiness is rooted in connection with ourselves, with others, and with the universe. I sincerely thank you for your dedication and interest in absorbing the shared messages. As you reflect on the insights from this video, remember that each obstacle is an opportunity for growth and personal development. Cultivate authentic relationships and remain grateful for the journey. If you've made it this far, comment "In search of authenticity" so I can know. We will continue to explore relevant and inspiring topics in our upcoming videos. Until next time.